Hi, Claire here, and we're going to talk about angles in the horizontal plane now. And that involves using the compass rose, north, south, east and west. A protractor can be really handy with this, and you would put 0 on the top where north is, the cross in the centre where the horizontal meets the vertical, and we read down from 0. So when we use the protractor in this way, where 0 is on north, these are called bearings. So we'll talk a bit more about that in a minute. I'd just like to show you that you also have bearings on a mathomat, and over here you have what's called the cardinal compass points, north, south, east and west, and in between you have northeast, southeast, southwest and northwest. So we'll label these. These always have the vertical direction first. So this will be northeast. So this is closest to south, so it's southeast. This one is closest to south, so it's southwest. And this one is closest to north, so this is northwest. So halfway between these, you have another cardinal point. So let's just talk about the angles. Between each of the major directions, you have a 90 degrees. So in between north and northeast, that's 45 degrees, and this is well known. And then between north and northeast, you have another position, which is 22.5 degrees. So 22.5 degrees would be here, and I'll just construct an example of this for you. So we'll make those lines a bit shorter again than the other two. And this, because it's on the north side of northeast, we call that north-northeast. Okay? Because this one here is on the south side of southwest, we call that south-southwest. And these are universal cardinal points. And it is known that this is 22.5 degrees, 22.5 degrees, which make 45. And then, of course, 90 degrees. So even if you use these words, there is an associated angle with them. Okay. Bearings are another way to describe these. So these are what we call, this is a compass rose. So it's called a compass rose. And the positions that I've just described to you are called cardinal compass points. So that's the name of them. There might be other names, but that's quite a well-known one. And if we redraw this again in this piece of page over here, I'll just quickly redraw that. We're going to talk about bearings. So bearings are a measure from north. Bearings are measured from north in a clockwise direction, always. They have 3 digits, and the unit for them is degrees T. So if I draw the first one, which is going to be on 45 degrees, and this is a 45 degree angle, and I'm going through the grid lines of the page, which may not be very accurate. So let's just draw it up here. There, so there's my 45 degree line. As you know, that is northeast, that line. It's halfway between north and east. It's also 45 degrees. So you can label this with a bearing which is 045 degrees T. And because it says degrees T, we know it is a true bearing measured clockwise from north. Okay? So if I drew another bearing on 45 degrees down here, so I might measure it this time with my protractor. And here is 45 degrees up through here. Now this line in the cardinal system is southeast. But the bearing of this line will be 90 plus 45, which is 135 degrees true. So this would be 135 degrees true, which means that this distance around here, measured clockwise from north, is 135 degrees. And you can check that on your protractor, and it is indeed 135 degrees. So this one here, which is, there's 180, so you would add 45 to 180, so you'd go 180 is to there, plus 45 is 5, 2, 1, 225 degrees. So clockwise from north, this cardinal point, which is southwest, is 225 degrees true. Right, there is due west, which is 270 degrees. So let's just label these. 90 degrees. And this is 0 degrees, and it's also 360 degrees. So this cardinal point here is northwest. So you would have to go 270 plus 45 to that, and that would be 315 degrees true, which means that it's measured in a clockwise direction. So true bearings have 3 digits. So if there is just like 45, you need to put a 0 in front of it, and the unit is degrees T. Normally, if you're given a maths problem that uses true bearings, they'll say, find the true bearing, or the true bearing in this situation is such and such. If they're talking about cardinal points, they will say northeast or north-northeast, and you can work out the angles in here too, because this here is 45 degrees. This entire distance here, we should put a square on it, of course, is 90 degrees. And this distance here is 22.5 degrees. And you can calculate all those cardinal angles because of that piece of knowledge about 22.5, 45 and 90. Okay, in the next tutorial, I'll show you a problem which uses some of these words and show you how to set it up. Thanks for your attention. Bye for now.